Hey, what's going on guys? JS Cards here coming at you with a Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile, and as you can see here, it is Crusadia's. It's actually a budget deck profile too, because you can build this deck for well under $50. Equimaxes right now, which are the highest rarity Crusadia card, I picked them up for $3 each on TCG Player, so no issues there. Now you can, if you have like Ash Blossoms, all those really good hand traps and permanences, feel free to put those in here. I'll talk about some things that you can take out and replace with those if you do have those cards, but if you don't, I have you covered. So I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Let's just jump into it. So we play a ton of monsters in this deck, so let's just go through them all. We play 3 of every Crusadia, so we have 3 Maximus, 3 Leonis, 3 Reclusia, 3 Draco, and 3 Arborea. Now, Arborea is important because she is a tuner, so I would love to see in the future like different Crusadia extra deck cards like a Synchro or an Exceeds. Who knows? I have a feeling we might get stuff like that, but for right now, if you want, you can play other Synchro monsters in your extra deck. I know a lot of people like to play Naturia Beast. My extra deck, once we get to it, it's just all Link monsters just because they're all budget. They're all really good as well. No synchros or anything like that, but we'll get to that in a second. So that is it for the Crusadia cards, but then for some other little engines and support, we have the World Legacy engine with 2 World Crowns and 1 World Lance. Just a really good set of cards. Lance is awesome if you can get it out with 3000 attack. Yeah, just a good little engine there. And then for trap or hand traps, we play 3 Effect Veiler. Effect Veiler is great. I mean, it's budget friendly, still really good. Again, if you have ogres, Ash Blossoms, feel free to play those if you want instead, but nothing wrong with Effect Veiler, still a good card. And then to round off the monsters, I play a Kaiju engine consisting of Gameciel, Jizukuru, the Spider, and Dogoran. So you can play with the ratios, you can play with what Kaijus you run. I found 4 to be pretty good, and I like these 4. These are my favorite, but feel free to playtest whatever works out for you. And that's it for the monsters. I believe there's 24 or 25, so quite a bit, but I mean, this deck can OTK, you can get out really big monsters and link summon quite a bit, so you kind of have to run this many, but let me clear these out and we will go through the spells. Alright, moving on to the spells, I play 3 Crusadia Power. You can target 1 Crusadia monster you control. That Crusadia monster is unaffected by card effects this turn, except for its own. So, just a basic effect, really great card to help protect your monsters. And I play 2 Crusadia Revival, which is their field spell. I love the artwork on here too, where they're all kind of uniting and hanging out. All Crusadia Link monsters on the field gain an extra 500 attack. And then once per turn, you can target 1 Crusadia Link monster you control. This turn, it can attack all monsters your opponent controls. So, really cool effect, helps you go for OTKs, helps boost up your monsters. And now here is kind of a surprise card, I think. It actually works quite well in this deck. 2 Pinpoint Landing. This card's just really good. You do special summon at least once per turn with all these Crusadia cards, so there's really no problem with that part of the effect. And of course, it's awesome to be able to draw a card. So Pinpoint Landing is awesome. It can also come in handy for like baiting out hand traps. So keep that in mind. But yeah, Pinpoint Landing is surprisingly good. And then I play 2 Called by the Grave. I am contemplating bumping this up to 3 just because it's so important to have your Crusadia effects go off. You don't want them to get negated by hand traps or anything like that. So I do like 2, but yeah, feel free to try out 3. If you do play 3, let me know what your thoughts are on that. 1 Monster Reborn, because Monster Reborn, and 1 Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. 1 reinforcement of the army, because we do play a few different warriors in here. And then to round off the spells, Raigeki and Dark Hole, just to be able to clear the field, clear your opponent's side, and get your monsters out there and hopefully attack for gain. I only play 1 trap card, so I'll include it here with the spells, and that is just the 1 Vanguard. Crusadia Vanguard, it's a continuous trap, and when you activate this card, you can also tribute a Crusadia or World Legacy monster. If you did, special summon 1 Crusadia or World Legacy monster with a different name from your deck or GY, and while you control a Crusadia Link monster, your opponent's monsters can only target Link monsters for attacks. So pretty interesting, helps get out other monsters, and then of course they can only attack your links. So yeah, speaking of links, let's jump into the extra deck. Alright, the extra deck is pretty short and sweet. We pretty much play 3 of everything. Starting off with, of course, 3 Crusadia Equimax. Equimax is awesome. It is your big boss monster. It gains attack based on whatever monsters are pointing to it, so it gets boosted up, and it's just a powerhouse of a card. Moving on, we play the Link 1, which is Magius, and the Link 2, which is Crusadia Regulix. And then I believe this is the newest one, Crusadia Spathza. I don't go into her too often, but I do like the artwork, and it is a Crusadia deck, and it's a budget deck, so feel free to max out on her. And then I play a small Nightmare package with, of course, Cerberus and Phoenix, and 1 Underclock Taker. Underclock Taker's actually still really good. I go into him quite more than I originally thought. Now, the extra deck is where you guys can definitely have free reign over what you're playing. If you have a Boral Sword, if you have Boral Load Dragon, you can swap some of these cheaper cards out for those, of course. Trisbania is good. Yeah, this is where you can have fun. You can play some Exceeds, like Baguska is really good in here. Like I said, Naturia Beast. I've seen people put like Glow Up Bulb in here, and that way they can kind of go into Naturia Beast and do all of those shenanigans. So it's really up to you how you want to build the extra deck and what you want to tweak with the main deck. But I've just been having a ton of fun of this current build, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and let me know what other type of deck profiles you would like to see. I have a few planned for the next couple of weeks, so I hope you guys subscribe and stay tuned for those. Thanks so much for checking out this video, and I will see you guys soon. Peace out and have a good one.